Welcome back to the Crochet with Kelsey channel. This is my very first video of the new year, and although me and Mr. Max have missed making content for you guys, it was very nice to take a little 2-week break to just have time for some other hobbies and non-crochet related things. But this year I am so ready to get back into it. I have so many new crochet goals that I want to be sure to reach, and that's what I want to talk about with you in this video today and kind of share what my plans are for the new year. But before I do that, I did want to, well, first of all, I want to show you that. But I wanted to show y'all some of the things that I worked on a little bit over the break. So although I wasn't really posting a ton, I still did make a couple of new patterns, and I also got some new crochet goodies that I want to share with you. So the first pattern that I made on my break was Belle the Cow. I was playing some Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. They're like farming simulation games, but I've loved the games ever since I was a kid. And I was playing this game over the break, and I was inspired to make a little cow that looks like the cow from the game. So I cut out the felt and everything to try to make it look as accurate as possible, and I even gave it a cute little bell on its tail. And to make this guy able to stand up, since his head is so freaking big, he has weighted beads in his body. So he has weighted beads in his body, he has a pipe cleaner in his tail so that his tail can be bent and hold up the little cowbell on it. But I'm really proud of this pattern. I know there's plenty of cow patterns out there in the world, but I just wanted to add my own little take because I hadn't seen any patterns that looked like the Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons cow. So compared to this picture over here, which was my inspiration, let me know how you think I did on that. This little guy is in testing right now, and he will be available to everyone probably pretty soon after this video gets released. So if you like this little guy, be sure to keep your eye out for that. And her name is Belle the Cow. So I didn't just stop there though. I wanted to crochet something, and I figured I would go ahead and try to get a head start on my Patreon exclusive pattern for January. I will say last year was my first year of doing Patreon, and it is a lot of work, which I'm happy to do as long as people are still enjoying the patterns that I'm creating. But I just always felt like I was kind of behind, and sometimes I wouldn't release the Patreon exclusive pattern for the month until like closer to the end of the month. So that's something that I'm really trying to be better about, and I want to make a wider variety of patterns, hopefully to kind of gain some traction on my Patreon this year. So I think I started off pretty strong. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but this is Flo the flower. I really enjoyed designing this. I think it is very fun. And my inspiration for designing this is actually from these beautiful, stunning eyes from Lush Luxe Loops eye collection that is now available. And I thought that pink would just be absolutely perfect for like a flower. So I think this is so cute. And yes, I know that the head is big, but I do have a weighted sack of beads in here as well. So it can sit up on its own, and you'll have to take my word for it, or there's a proof right there. So I really like this pattern. It may look like a lot of sewing to you, but all of the petals are actually crocheted into the head. So the only sewing that has to be done is the little feet and the little arms, which I kind of shaped to look like leaves, and then the body to the head. So it looks like it might be a lot of work, but it actually comes together pretty quickly, which is super nice. So I'm hoping this pattern will be out. It'll probably be out a little bit after the cow because the cow's already in testing, and I think I'm going to choose testers for Flo today. So by the time you're seeing this, it's probably going to be in testings. And if you're interested in getting this pattern, it is a Patreon exclusive, so you can join my Patreon. I have it linked down below. It is $7 a month, and you get a new pattern. You get to vote on stuff. You get to tell me what other kind of patterns you want me to make. So it's a good time over there. So I did make those 2 bigger makes. I also made a couple smaller makes on the side, but I don't have them in front of me right now, so I'm not going to show you, but this is something that I started last night. This is a pattern test for Hege from Crafted for Comfort. She is designing a little Nessie pattern, and I just had to make one. So this is how far I am. It's a really unique pattern, and look how freaking beautiful those eyes are. So those are also from Lush Luxe Loops, and I just think they are so stunning. She does an amazing job with all of her eyes, and this pattern is going to turn out really cute. So if I am finished with this plushie by the time that this video is ready to go out, I will include a photo of it at the end. So if you want to stick around, you can see what the final result looks like. And I'm hoping that it is finished because the pattern test is due in a couple of days, and it's one of my top priorities of things that I need to get done. I also wanted to share my new goodies. So I got this cute little holographic case at Daiso in the Asian market. They sell like Japanese goods that are imported from Japan, and it used to be really cheap until the whole tariff situation. So now it's not so cheap, but I thought that this was a great way to display some of my safety eyes. I also have like it's like a jewelry holder that's filled with safety eyes, but these are my new ones that I got, so I wanted to show these off. So right here are my brand new ones that I just got. So along with the ones that are on Flow, I also got some other eyes from the Lush Luxe Loops new drop, and they are just very beautiful. Green and blue are go-tos, and I just seriously love the way that these look so much. So if you like them, be sure to go check out her new drop, and I don't think you'll regret it. I also have these eyes. I don't know if I showed them off already or not, but these are from Nerdy Girl Crochets, and I am so excited to get to use some of these. I just am waiting for the right projects to come around, but I got 25 millimeters in these, and then I got 30 millimeters in the other size. And then I've had these for a while, but I'm kind of saving them for a special project because I really like them. I think I might have showed you guys those already, but those are the eyes from Allie McKenzie Crafts newest safety eye collection. So if you like safety eyes, if you want to buy some safety eyes, those are the 3 people that I always buy my safety eyes from. The quality is unmatched, and they're all buddy friends of mine, so they're great people too. So now let's get to the exciting part of talking about my goals for 2026. I know that I already touched on it a little bit, but one of my major goals is just being better at Patreon in general. I feel like sometimes I would kind of forget that I have a Patreon account, and I would just like post stuff for 3 days in a row and then forget to post for the rest of the month until the pattern was ready. So I really want to try to build my community over there. I'm hoping that I can kind of get people interested by offering some more unique patterns that people might be interested in that aren't available just like on Etsy or on my website. And I'm just hoping to make it a more interactive place for everyone. I want to do more chats. I want to have more interaction with comments, and I just kind of want to get to know my community over there a little bit more. So I'm thankful for anyone who has been part of my Patreon, and I think if you are a part of it and you were here for 2025, I think 2026 is really just gonna sweep you off your feet. Yeah, I'm excited. Another goal of mine for Patreon is I want to have some more like freebie things. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more videos, or maybe I'll release like some free patterns that the Crochet Collective tier and the Stitch Squad tier can make. And then I also kind of thought it would be fun to do some like challenges where we can like make a pattern, try to do like a theme with it or something, and then we can all share our makes. So those are just a few ideas, but yeah, it's a priority to focus more on Patreon this year. Another major goal of mine for 2026 is to be more consistent with YouTube. It wasn't really my fault, but I did take a little break during like the August, September time because my laptop broke, but since then I have found an amazing video editor who I think does a really good job. So I'm just hoping that I am able to keep putting out content for y'all. My goal I know I missed like the first week already, but my goal is 1 video a week. So as soon as this one comes out, I'm gonna try to stay on a consistent schedule. I usually post on Wednesday, so I'll probably try to stick to that. But also, if there's a better day that works for you, let me know in the comments, because I want to make my videos convenient for my viewers, because I care. I also am going to try exploring some different topics for videos. I feel like a lot of it is just like, here's what I crocheted. And I'm just not sure if people like that or not. So if there is a specific kind of content that you're wanting to see on this channel, please, please, please let me know. I will respond to every single comment on this video, because I want to know what you guys want to see. Again, because I care. I also just want to make my channel like a fun place for all different types of crocheters, from beginners to advanced crocheters to maybe even people who just like to watch a crochet small business owner make cute things and organize stuff and just really do miscellaneous things on here. I just want this to be a place for everyone, and I'm really excited to grow on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this video now, if you're subscribed, if you've ever liked a video, commented, anything, thank you for being here. I don't think I would have the motivation to do YouTube anymore if it wasn't for you guys. And I'm also really glad that I was able to find a better balance with getting an editor, because I was getting really burnt out whenever I was having to not only film my videos, but also edit them. And that's just a decision that I decided to make for me to kind of save myself some time. And am I making back the money yet that I'm spending on editing? No, but I am treating it as a long-term investment, and I am hoping that it will pay off eventually. So that's another reason why I really want to stick with it and make my YouTube channel a fun place for everyone to be. So on to my next topic for my goals for 2026. I have so many ideas for patterns. I don't know what came over me, but I have at least 6 pattern ideas racked up in here. So I am super excited to bring all of those to life. I mean, the fact that I made 2 patterns in 2 weeks is better than I normally do. So yeah, I'm super motivated, and I'm ready to just make a bunch of different patterns for you guys, both for Patreon and for my Etsy and my website. And I just wish I had all of the time in the world so that I could just crochet. If I didn't have my 9-to-5 job, I would have all 6 patterns done by the end of the week, probably. But unfortunately, Mama's got to pay her bills. My goal is to also do 3 markets this year. I think I did 5 last year, but this year I am getting married and I have a few different trips planned, so I don't think it's going to be feasible for me to participate in as many markets as I have in the past, but I am definitely doing my Christmas one. I want to do 1 spring one and 1 fall one. So, and you know what? I'll actually be doing 4 if I do a spring and a fall. I don't know. Spring's going to be hard though, because again, I'm getting married. So we'll just see. 3 or 4 markets I'm going to be happy with. And I also really want to get into making more custom orders. I have a custom order contact form on my website, and like 2 people have filled that out in the months that I've had the website. But I get most of my custom order requests through Instagram, and I am very proud to say that I have already gotten 1 custom order. It is for a Pokemon. It is for an Alakazam custom, and I'm really excited to make it. So I'm sure that will be featured in one of my upcoming videos, and that is what I will actually be working on after I finish this little Nessie. So ideally, I would like to do 1 to 2 custom orders per month, because my biggest struggle of 2025 was just selling plushies. I don't know why it's so hard for me to sell plushies. I make most of my money from my small business actually from selling crochet patterns, which means that, you know, since I design crochet patterns and I make a ton of plushies and test patterns and stuff, I just have so many plushies. And although I'm able to sell them at markets, you know, I only have a few a year, so I don't know, I just need to figure out a better way to sell plushies. I'm trying to sell more plushies, so my thought was that if I tried focusing on making custom orders, so things that people are paying for before it's even made, or, you know, I make it for them and then they purchase it from me. That's a way to know that I will be making some profit, at least from my plushies. I am very excited for the markets. It feels awesome to sell stuff at markets. And unfortunately, it didn't seem like Palm Street was going to work out too well for me. So I'm hoping that maybe I can figure out something where I do like plushie drops on my website, and maybe people will purchase my plushies then. I don't know. I have tried listing them on Etsy. I've tried listing them on my website. And occasionally when I post something, somebody will request to purchase it, but it's just like not a sure thing for me. Like the crochet patterns I make have no trouble selling whatsoever, but for some reason it's so hard to get rid of my plushies unless I pay money to go vend at a physical market. So I'm just curious to know if any other crocheters have struggled with the same thing. So I'm really hoping that this year I can try to work that out. But I will say that I am taking a page from 2025's book for 2026. I had a much better balance of work, my crochet business, and my social life. In the past, I just made crochet like literally everything. Like I would get home from work, I would do any chores, walk the dog, make dinner, and then I planted my butt on the couch until it was time to go to bed pretty much, and just crocheted. And I don't even know why I did it thinking back, but I always had this sense of panic and anxiety that I have to get this done, I have to get this done, I have to make as much money as possible from crocheting. And I feel like maybe that's because I signed up for too many markets in a year or something, but I don't know. It was just like I would have rather stayed home and crocheted and had the potential to make more money than like have a social life or do anything. So I have found a much better balance in the past year, and I am excited to take that into the new year, into 2026, so that I'm getting to crochet, which is a hobby and a business that I absolutely love. It is one of my favorite things to do in the world, but I also need to remember that I have other things going on. And if you're feeling the same way, if crochet is beginning to stress you out, I think you just need a little break and you need to figure out a better way to balance it. But that was my biggest takeaway from 2025, and I am super, super, super excited to see what this year has in store. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my 2026 resolutions and what's coming this year. I would love to hear about your New Year's resolutions, whether they are personal or crochet related. And if I was being true to myself, I will see you guys next week for another video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. See ya.